guys, welcome to my kitchen again. Yesterday I was filming a recipe of cauliflower pizza. The crust was made out of cauliflower, so I have some cauliflower left over today and I decided to show you another recipe, another thing you can do out of cauliflower. Raise your hands if you like mashed potatoes. Yeah, I like mashed potatoes too, but those have a lot of carbs and calories. So cauliflower can be mashed potato substitute as well. How about that? Today we are going to make mashed cauliflower and I will show you how. It's actually very easy. It's pretty much the same way as you do mashed potatoes, but this will cut down your carbs and calories. And also, together with that, we will be having some chicken, and usually I buy chicken breast, but this time I bought organic thighs, so I decided I will make thighs too. Chicken breast is a little bit leaner, has a little bit less calories and less fat, but if you take a skin off, I would recommend to do it with chicken and thighs. I love skin, I know what you're thinking, but if you want to cut down some fat and calories, take the skin off. So today we're going to make chicken thighs, and by the way, they're a little bit tastier than chicken breast, I think. And we will do a special marinade for them, and we will also coat them with this spice mix, which is called Dukkah, nuts and spice mix, and I will talk about that a little bit later. And also, we will have some asparagus on the side. So let's get started. First of all, we will have to cook cauliflower. And as you saw, it was already cut into pieces, and I added to the pot with some water, and we will be cooking it. And we will be cooking it for about 10-15 minutes or until it's tender. You can always test it with a fork. If the fork goes easily in, then cauliflower is ready, just like with potatoes. While cauliflower is cooking, let's deal with our chicken. And first of all, we will have to prepare chicken marinade. For chicken marinade, you will need Dijon mustard, olive oil, fresh squeezed lemon juice, and some sea salt and your favorite seasoning. My favorite seasoning is 21 seasoning salutaire from Trader Joe, but you can use any seasoning you like, or you can use just black pepper and some spices. Okay, we have all ingredients together, and when I'm cooking I almost never measure how much I add of everything. I kind of know because I did it so many times, but I will tell you. Here there is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, half of the teaspoon of Dijon mustard, about juice from the quarter of the melon, and a little bit more than a teaspoon of seasoning salutaire and a pinch of salt. And we will put the chicken in the bucket with seasoning, and I'm using 4 chicken things. Okay, and then you want to coat them with the seasoning real well. If you have a lid, some dish with a lid, you can just close the lid and just shake it up so it's coated nicely with the seasoning. Okay, we have our chicken in marinade, and meanwhile I'm preparing asparagus to be roasted in the oven, and I just washed them, dried out with a paper towel, and also I cut the steam off, because this part of the asparagus is usually kind of hard and chewy and it's not good to cook. This is the best part of asparagus, and the way how I separate this from this is just you take it with your fingers and then you snap, and usually it snaps on the right spot. So I snapped all the ends from all the asparagus here. But before we put them in the oven, we will sprinkle them with some olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil, some lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice, some sea salt, and some pepper, and in this case I'm using some lemon pepper, but you can use regular one too. Make sure it's all coated nicely. And now we will put asparagus in 400 degrees oven to roast for about 10-15 minutes. It all depends on the size of your asparagus, but you want to check on them because soggy asparagus, not good. And now it's time to cook chicken, and you can do it in different ways. You can do it in the oven, or I'm going to do it on George Foreman grill. It's not exactly the same grill you have outside, but it's pretty good. I think it does a good job, and it's not as healthy as the oven because it's still like a pan, but I think it's a little bit better than a pan because all the fat can leak down. So, but you can do it in the oven if you don't have the grill. But before we are going to fry it, I'm going to turn the grill right now. We are going to coat the chicken with Dukkah. And Dukkah is a great, healthier substitute for breadcrumbs. This particular one I bought from Trader Joe, and it has almond, sesame seeds, fennel seeds, coriander, anise seeds, and kosher salt in it. So we will coat chicken with this Dukkah. So I have some Dukkah on the plate, and I'm going to take some chicken and then dip it in Dukkah. Just coat it with Dukkah like you would with the breadcrumbs. And then we're going to put it on the grill. Okay, it's all nice and ready to go for about 5-6 minutes on each side, or until it's ready. Meanwhile, our cauliflower is nice and ready, nice and soft, and we will drain the water out. You would prepare your cauliflower just like you do with your mashed potatoes. You can add any ingredients you like, the same as you add to your mashed potatoes. I just wouldn't add too much watery ingredients like milk, chicken broth, or water, because I think cauliflower has more watery consistency than potatoes anyway. So I added a little bit of butter and some Parmesan cheese, some garlic powder, and I didn't add any salt so far, but I will taste it because Parmesan cheese has already salt. And then you just have to mash cauliflower just like you mash your mashed potatoes. Our chicken and asparagus are ready too, and we are ready to have a dinner. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you will give it a try. If you want to find a written recipe, please go to ucgym.com and I will post the link to the recipe below. I see you next time. Bye bye.